Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Stygian. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we talk to the person that we thought we were talking to all along. Last episode we dealt with a terrible monster of death, and also we killed this guy because I wanted his stuff and I got his stuff, so there we go. Also, he was working for the terrible monster. So now we're talking to a brain! The brain talks in a machine voice, though. I first encountered its kind in Vermont. I was researching a local legend, the winged people of the hills. It turned out that they actually exist. They are always here. Damn the day I learned the truth. Hiccups. They promised many things. Knowledge of the cosmos. Voyages to other realms where no man has set foot. That's a lovely name for an album. Oh, my feet. They are gone. I miss how gracefully they carried me around. Save me from this torpor. Please kill me. Destroy the device. How did you come to Arkham from Vermont? The beings. I call them Migo. The Himalayans' name for them. They knew that our end was nigh. They knew Arkham was the key. They sent one of their kind to collect samples. My task was to assist. It seems curiosity cost the cat an entire body in this case. Thanks. Your sarcasm is just the thing I need. It's not sarcasm, it's wittiness, you dummy. You're all brain, but you're still dumb. I would slap you if I had a hand with which to do so. Who are the other brains? One belongs to a man from the past. He has been to many worlds. The other, you cannot comprehend. A strange brain from a strange world. It just seems like a normal brain to me. How do I activate the other canisters? The Migo had a machine. A small metallic cylinder to awaken the brains. Ooh, this is gonna end in bad things. So this guy wants to die. About your fate. You will kill me. Set me free from this emptiness. Please. So I can... I'm going to take it with me just in case. Sorry, Stanley. That sounds like a good plan, actually. Yep. I didn't record... How is that not materialistic? You can activate and talk to him, I suppose? After using the strange device on the canister, you hear Stanley's mechanical voice once again. Leave me be. I will remember what you did. I will remember in eternity. I'm not a souvenir you can carry around. I am a person. No, I didn't do anything. I picked you up. That's not a thing. That's I'm gonna murder you for eternity because you picked me up. No, you want to die. I will let you die, but first let me explore things. Maybe I'll let you die at the end of the game. I wish to consult you about your field, Stanley. Kingsport Legends, to be specific. Oh, this is a walking encyclopedia. This is awful. Do you think I'll help you willingly? Turn my speech unit off. Stanley, let's forget the past. Also the future. Only someone in with your level of sophistication and expertise can enlighten me. The mechanical voice pauses for a while. Be quick. I haven't got all day. Or do I have? Whatever. Ask away. So do you know a Kingsport legend involving some gold and spectral sailors? Ah, of course I do. It must be the tale of the terrible old man. It is said that there lives a peculiar elderly man in Kingsport, and the brain of Stanley begins to share. The brain of Stanley! That's his name. It should be capitalized, B. Begins to share the folktale with you. After a couple of hours and several additional branching stories which may or may not be relevant to the topic, Stanley finishes his tale. It was an arduous task for you as well. It would be, but it wasn't. It would be if I had to say that voice a lot. Thanks, Stanley. I'm gonna be polite. I think we all should be polite, right? It's like I am taking him as a familiar, so you know it's only fair. I think it's fine. I really was expecting to get some materialistic bonus there. I guess we're gonna need to look at the smutty magazines. When compared with the tissue structures of terrestrial organs, this odd-looking brain inside the canister seems simply beyond comprehension. It's still a brain, so it's not like, you know, it's just completely outside of the ordinary. Can you guys get out of the way? I love it when you get out of the way. And for that, I will use the scroll wheel. There it is. Hopefully it doesn't get used, and that's... The brain canister is now operational. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get used, because otherwise I'm reloading. It has been a... Oh, it's another machine voice. It has been a while. Intoxicating sense of consciousness. Again, who has awakened me? Why? Who are you? This is not an easy question. My kind called me. Alistair Fanning. I remember in flickering images, so fragile, memories fading. Only the journey remains, so I call myself the Starfarer. And can you hear the echo when he says Starfarer. Starfarer, peculiar. I've seen things, I'm just gonna speak normally from now on. I've seen things bedazzling countless suns, dancing to the celestial symphony, whirlpools of infinite devouring blackness, walked through bodies, became other things, saw colors never thought to exist. Yeah, his dialogue is weird. Because the other one was just normal sentences. He just decides to make sentences out of words. And it's distinctively different from Stanley. From the dialogue of Stanley. Traveled among a billion stars. For how long? Centuries? How old is this organ? Too old, perhaps, fading like a dying star. Only the journey remains, the terror and the glory. This is interesting. I like that second option, and we'll get to that in a little bit. I'd like to hear about this journey. So much will be lost in translation. Oh, to glide beyond the unnameable horizons of Chiashin would have stopped my heart if I had one. To feel the vibrations of the blind idiot god, though through augmented sensory organs, for most the ultimate nightmare, for a curious brain, much more. Okay, this is gonna sound strange, but I read about you in a poem. The Starfarer, that's actually a good point. Strange? I have become the very essence of strange. You talk my earth tongue, a communication pattern long unused. I have arrived, then, the future of my homeland, origin, beginning of my journey, and perhaps the end? Tell me, youngling, tell me of now. Did you hear that? It's the movement of the line. There was a big cleaning. The world cites people, billboards, and lawyers. They're all wiped out. The world cites people? Did I read that properly? Maybe not. An unhealthy clicking sound comes from the speakers, as if the entity is having difficulty absorbing this dire statement. It is over then. No meaning, no chance to complete. To complete. You can see the wizened vein, a wizened vein pulsating inside the ancient organ. To complete the circle, the disturbing click grows louder. Circle, circle. There is a line in the poem that asks for your last wish. Oh, I should probably ask any last wishes. You mean me? A wish? Wish. I'd wish to... The clicking stops as if the mind inside is struggling to answer. I'd wish to... Yes? Kiss a what now? Kiss. Silently focus on the brain stumbling speech attempts. The vocalization system kicks in abruptly. Kiss Anthony. Cousin Anthony. One more time. In the garden, inside the bushes. His kiss. It's warm. It's a warm one. And he doesn't, I don't think, yep. You can see that this final burst of energy is coming to an end. Yeah, the machine is silent now. The old brain, a lump of organic waste. Well, that was good that I got that. That was really good. And it also makes me think we could have probably gotten an ending if we had gone to the stars with the Starfarer. Or maybe it would have led to a different... Oh, that's where you see the kerosene. Or maybe it would have led to a different storyline altogether, for all I know. The good thing is, we did keep the thing. I hope I clicked the correct button. I did indeed. We did keep the thing, so we can activate the other brain, as long as Fia doesn't stand in front, or Sonia. Barbara? Kate? Get out. Oh, I can't. Oh, no! Kate, get out of there. My god. Yeah, that doesn't work. Oh, well. Let's see what this machine does. No, it's not a machine. It's a really good stash of cigars and whiskey. That's what that is. And I guess that's that. We got a baton. Or baton. Baton? Baton. It's a... Yeah, that's what it is. And, that's that. Okay. There were things over there. I didn't click. I'm not going back for them. So you never saw the butler again. About a recent event, yes. The outsider approaches you slowly, though his movements are decidedly unassertive. This is yet a rare sight to see. May I ask a moment? May I have a moment of your time? Sure. I've been walking your path for some time now, stranger. We have witnessed events which would have left the weak-minded shattered into 1,000 pieces. And we have been shattered into 1,000 pieces. You just don't remember because I reloaded. But to me, the most peculiar aspect of this journey is neither its unexplainable terrors or the cryptic mysteries. It's how you act toward my lonely self. What do you mean? I've been watching your kind from the shadows since I fell to this place. I've observed how people cling to one another. There are interesting nuances in human motivation that I've never seen in books. A man giving his only coat to his lover in the cold. It seems an innocent, altruistic action. Am I right? Well, it can be. What's your point? But isn't that particular man also proving he's strong enough to protect her? I can't help but see a selfish motive engraved in his behavior. Oh, you went for the weakest the weakest justification of selfishness in that. You were gonna say that stones are weak, or rather selfish, because they, in sustaining our houses, they're proving that they're strong enough to sustain our houses. Like, if he said, isn't he hoping that she'll gain infatuation? Oh no, did he say that they were together? I don't know. Whatever the situation is, that she will like him more or something. It's kind of tropey though. There are certain thought experiments to be made about the issue of, is there such a thing as selflessness? I suppose everybody can have their own answer, but I'll tell you this. I know there are people who cannot understand selflessness. I know there are people who, then normal people, I'm not even talking about sociopaths, who are indeed the people who cannot understand selflessness, just from a pathological standpoint. I'm talking from I say normal as in not sociopaths, which is, I don't actually know what sociopathy is. It's not a neurodivergence, is it? I'm not sure. Either way, what I mean is there are people who will not understand, cannot. They don't have the capacity to understand selflessness. And no judgment. Sure, whatever. If you're one of those people, absolutely, you do you. It's fine. But I don't think it is ever a safe route to go when you find yourself saying what applies to me applies to everybody else as well. So if I can't see selflessness, if I can't understand selflessness, then nobody else can, and as such, selflessness never exists. And that's I'm not criticizing this line with what I'm saying right now, because this line is so, he's talking about the proving that he's strong enough. That's not even an argument. I'm talking about the tropey argument or tropey thought experiment of, are you really selfless when you give to charity? Because you feel good when you give to charity. And that thought experiment needs to be taken into the context of other philosophies like hedonism, I believe. Needs to be analyzed in that light as well, so you can understand what really is pleasure, rather than the traditional sense of what pleasure is. Hedonism has a different approach or a different meaning to it. But anyway, what I mean is, yeah, you can absolutely be selfless. Maybe some people can't, and a lot of people can't, but yeah, you can. The understanding that you're giving something without anything in return, and you can never hope for the return, but still building something. Unless you're gonna deconstruct, still building something that you're, even if it's a community or a better world or whatever, or the not sickness of a person who's apparently cold, in this example. Unless you're gonna equate working for goals as selfishness, And if you are going to do that, then we can't have a conversation because those two are not connected. Those are not words that are connected. As insofar as words are connected, working towards, or notions, I guess, working towards an objective and being selfish are not real. Nobody is ever, oh, you're so selfish when you just have goals. Nobody says that. They say that when you have means to achieve your goals that are selfish. So that's what I mean. Unless you're just going to connect those two directly, you can't make an argument that selflessness doesn't exist. I mean, you can. Just that's my opinion. It's all about opinion, I suppose. Maybe he's the one who needs protection. I'm going to say this because this is going to vindicate what I just said. Because I think this is an attempt at going towards that tropey thing about everything is selfish. Let's see. He is indeed. If you are so dependent on proving yourself, isn't that a deep weakness in itself? Or when a father gives the last of his rations to his hungry child, is he really making a sacrifice or securing his only chance of immortality by protecting his bloodline? Yeah, that, working towards goals, that's also, that, if you make a house, that's also your chance of immortality. This is basically synonym to the goals discussion that I just had. If your goal is to make a world where your country exists, for example, and you die in battle for independence, is that a selfish act or is that a selfless act? If you are going to equate goals, working towards goals as a selfish act, then yes, it is a selfish act, but you can't make that connection because that is a bonkers connection. That it's just a connection made so that you can it's like it's the moving of the goalposts so much. And in fact, he just moved the goalposts over here, which is not necessarily, I mean, it's a bad thing to do if you're having a serious philosophical discussion, of which I am not capable of, by the way, because I have no I have no education in the matter, or it's just, still, what I mean is, moving the goalposts is bad, but it doesn't mean you're wrong. But I will bring it to your attention that he just did move the goalposts. Unforced. I wasn't even pushing him back too much, but still. People don't do such things knowingly. Yeah, and he's gonna say, yeah, but that doesn't really mean that you're not selfish. If you're selfish unknowing that you're selfish, you're still selfish. So these are leading questions. My questions are leading questions. Because, of course, it's meant to tell a story and so the questions are leading questions. The game is not really giving me a chance to say what I am saying, me, Colonel RPG. So, yeah, it's fine. If it is not done knowingly, can you define the action as a noble one? The creature closely observes your reaction. Whenever I look into the ashes of your society to find some good, I cannot avoid seeing the perpetual selfishness lurking close beneath the surface. And I think that might be the whole, what applies to me applies to everybody else. Speaking there. With blackened hearts and blackened souls, we struggle in this cataclysmic pond. I think that's a direct quote from a book from Lovecraft. But you are kind to me. But I'm not selfless. No. Very, very selfish. In fact, so selfish, I'm materialistic, as the game points it. Those two things aren't connected, by the way. You can be absolutely selfless and materialistic. No problem. I know it's weird. It's not weird, but I know it can seem weird. Imagine somebody who just gives to the poor and just works for other friends and whatever, and just loves other people and most selfless person ever. So fine, but still that assigns value to the material, or that only really assigns value to material things. That's a materialistic person. That's what materialistic means. So yeah, basically, you're never gonna be the nicest person if you're too materialistic, I suppose. But you can be materialistic and be nice. It's a thing. You can do that, for sure. Yeah, you don't really care about spirituality, which is not the same as religiosity, mind you, although those two are often connected. Spirituality is really just the opposite of materialism. Or not materialism, but materiality, that's the word. You don't care about, it's fine, about the well-being, as in the soul. I say soul, but again, that's often connected with religion because, well, soul is not it's sort of the self. I don't know. Anyway, what I mean is, he says, "You are kind to me. I am aware that my knowledge has uses." Oh, yes, he does. Please give me the uses. "Yet I see you facing simple folks' pity too often by walking alongside me. You carry this burden, but still treat me kindly." I don't carry no burden. I honestly don't. "For that," he struggles to complete his confession, "I thank thee." We help each other become stronger. I respect a good partner. You see the creature's amber eyes glow in a bright silverish tone you have not seen before. "We have wasted enough time. Shall we proceed?" "Absolutely, we shall." Anybody else wants to talk? Okay, let's go. So that was pretty good. I am apprehensive that I will not be able to sleep, and I do need to sleep. Our sanity went up. "The last wish of a bodiless starfarer shall be heard from a mouth not of flesh." Oh, this is, I think we don't need to worry too much about that, because that's probably just scripted. And we just need to follow our quests, and we'll be there. We'll get there. Let's see. It's not a very branching game. I mean, it is a branching game. It's not a very open game, as far as I can see so far. In the sense of, like, you can't completely avoid the main quest and just go do side quests. It's not that kind of game, which is totally fine. Absolutely fine. So, I deciphered the second thing, and that's all good. Investigate the statuette. I suspect this Cthulhu is the governing deity of the cult's pantheon, but I still don't know what I'm supposed to do with the figurine. And then I need to stop the poison. That's a side quest for sure. Okay, so we're basically stuck, or not knowing where we need to go. I could go and sell some of this stuff, and in fact I will, because it is a good opportunity to do it. But I really do want to sleep and get our things back up. So let's get that in there. We still don't have ammo. It shows up over here. Let's see. Good. That's the only thing right now. Unsolved mystery. Sure. We're good. We're perfectly alright. So I'm expecting now to find somewhere something like the assassination that happened just there where we were just now, or what was there it is. It's the Purple Cult clan. "Oh, Grandfather Almighty Cthulhu, we know the book is nearby. Its presence is undeniable. We beg you, Grandfather, accept the blood of this illiterate. Show us the way to the book. That should not be read. Kitab al-Zafif. Guide us to the book of the dead. Show us the way. The Necronomicon." I need to sleep, my dudes. My sanity can't take this. Oh, dang it. It gave me the creeps. Yeah, you don't say. Do you talk, though? No. Typical Arkham things. The whereabouts of the book. Well. Oh, it's a new quest over here. "Today I was witness to a human sacrifice performed... Oh, murder performed by the cult. I was right. I called them cults. The cult. The Sheik was asking for guidance to locate an ancient grimoire called the Necronomicon. I heard him name this text as the book that should not be read, just as it was described in the accursed poem. I think I'd better find this Necronomicon myself, but to what terrifying end, I cannot begin to surmise." And it's good that the poem is serving as a very straightforward motive for us to continue, basically. Because the game has a motive, which is good. At the beginning, I had some motive, but it's like... It was... without having read the poem, it sort of was a little bit hazy. Not really. Only in hindsight. Only in hindsight was it hazy, but now it's a lot better, which is good. So far, I have no information on this Necronomicon. In order to locate the book, I must speak with someone who knows more about it. No shizzles, Sherlock. Let's first look at this. Of the many public executions which you've grown so accustomed to in Arkham, the ebullient killing of this man was perhaps the most inhumanly macabre of them all. Yeah, but... Oh, we can do quick spells, but that's fine. Okay. It wasn't really macabre. It was just... He was dead. He died. He got stabbed in the heart a couple of times, you know. It's just... It's pretty good. It's less worse than a hanging for everybody involved, except for the knife, I suppose. The hanging, the knife isn't involved in the first place. I need a drink. Do you buy me things? Gold pocket watch. Yes, you do. Do you buy these? I'll just sell it to you. It's a little bit bad on the price, but it's here. We have some firewood. And nobody to talk to me. Really cool soundtrack as always. Of course, and we are going upstairs. Excuse me, sir. I need to rest. There you go. Cigarettes lost. And we go upstairs for a nice night of sleep. Nights? Sure. Speaking of which, this game doesn't even have a... I was talking about before about it being real-time, or hopefully real-time. Or it would be. I would hope that it were real-time so that we wouldn't eat as much and we would just eat a lot if we rested, which is a nice balancing act. I think it works generally well. But this game doesn't actually have a day-night cycle. You just sort of do things. So, scientific research. I can make springs and a camera. Okay. She can't read because I don't have the thing. Also, she doesn't need to. So she's going to do a little bit of scientific research. Blueprint recoil reducer has been learned. New spell has been learned. Damnation to stone. The rest was uninterrupted. I like it. I like our current situation. And also, it's the end of the episode. So that's going to be that for today. I'm Colonel RPG. And can I go downstairs? Yes, I can. And this has been Stygian. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching. And I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.